Welcome back to the Grown Kid Talk Show, and today we're going to talk about the acquisition of Bethesda by Xbox and how it still doesn't make me want to buy an Xbox. I'm going to give you a whole host of reasons and go through many game titles because let's not forget it's always been about the games.
Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show.
I'm not going to go into this at all really because I want to focus on the games and I want to keep your attention and make the video kind of short. But GeekWire writes this interesting piece analysis: Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda is a massive disruption for the video game industry by Thomas Wild on September 21. And in the article it goes on to state it could change the formula here on big companies just buying developers for the sake of kind of buying them and owning them. There's tons of information in this article that is worthwhile. It's neither positive nor negative. It is really just like a flat, fair assessment of this acquisition. And one of the good points that was brought up is that think about Disney buying everything that they're buying, Star Wars, and what that has done to certain movies. I'm not going to critique this or that. I'm just posing that idea out there for you, whether you're for or against that kind of conglomerate nature. And I keep seeing videos, Microsoft is winning the console war because they bought Bethesda. First of all, there is no console war. And second of all, who gives a shit about the acquisition of some old games and a company that really isn't all that respected anymore anyway? I don't know how many of you out there respect Bethesda for what they've done recently. Again, let's look at the recent history of Bethesda as well. Not exactly something to write home about. There isn't a war. It's pretty clear what console you should go with if you want to play games, like really good games. If you want to play the latest Call of Duty, yeah, sure, go play Xbox. Who cares? It's the cheaper console and it's not even full next gen. So yeah, have fun with that. But I don't. Personally, I don't. So I'm really just tired of seeing those headlines that this is huge, this is a big acquisition. It is a big acquisition. So like I said, go check out that article. The next thing I want to talk about, the Xbox Game Pass is primarily for old games. I don't want you to get that confused. The upside being that you can play new titles at their launch, or so they say right now. I have not fully bought into that idea, and it's damn sure not going to make me buy a console. I argue that it threatens to ruin gaming. One reason being, and my main one, is that look at the quality of games shown at that Xbox event. They were all last gen quality. There was nothing really there AAA. Nothing even looked at the level of any of the PlayStation reveals. Honestly, I'm talking about quality. And if you don't believe me on the quality, then maybe this will help. If the Xbox Game Pass wants to be like Netflix, which I agree is a great idea conceptually, but I ask you, how long did it take for Netflix to get to the level they're at today? Now, I'm not saying and knocking Netflix because it's a great service. I'm just saying, how long did it take? So if you're expecting Xbox Game Pass to come out the gate and be like how Netflix is right now, you're sadly mistaken. That Game Pass is going to take time to develop, and that's even if they deliver on the promise that you're going to be able to play new games on release. I still don't believe that. The money that the developers would have to make up in their games as a live service, which again is just trash, and Xbox is really known for that kind of games as a service, so we get more of those. No thanks. Developers often work on incentives. How much is sold on that day? How are the developers of smaller type industries going to be able to break in and become a AAA studio like a CD Projekt Red if they cannot use that model? I do believe standards should change, but it's not going to change instantly. And if you think the Game Pass is going to be like Netflix overnight, I'm sorry to break it to you. Now let's talk about the fucking games.
Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, Grown Kid Talk Show.